We're back on the train. We got World Cup Dippers clause in here. World Cup Japan loses today. Or beats Germany 2-1. Japan beats Germany 2-1. I think Spain is up 2-0 over, I want to say, Croatia. 3-0 over Croatia. Wow. What's my guy's name for Croatia? He plays for Real Madrid.
Luka Modric.
They tied Morocco. Bonta. You're thinking of Costa Rica. Spain's up 3-0 at the half over Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Can I go off the board on soccer real quick? Football,
of course.
The Glazer family is going to sell Manchester United. What do you think the amount of money is that they're going to get for it? Because I was listening to how the football organizations are actually not worth as much as some of the NFL and Major League Baseball and NBA teams because of TV contracts and stuff, and because you can be relegated. Do you have any idea about how much they're going to get for that?
Probably $7 billion, because Man U will never be relegated. They're never going to be in a position where they get relegated. It will never be a relegation sensation, as we borrow from Tim Roy yet again, and we pay the dollar into the jar.
He's going to be with us today, too.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. And Jesse Sapolo as well.
Yeah.
And Doc Pandia, as we talk about. And, Jesse's been down living in Mexico, I think, for 15 years. So we'll get a real look at... I think so.
Wow, I didn't know that.
We'll get a real look at the Niners in Mexico and how much of a real thing that is.
Sweet. I'm excited. Are you guys ready to do something a little different, a little fun? I had something cooked up for today.
Cooked up?
Is that okay?
Thanksgiving dinner.
What?
And not Thanksgiving dinner.
No. Let's hit the intro.
So far,
this is well planned.
Yeah, we had it all on.
This is really well planned.
Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
This is a tasty burger.
Yeah, just keep it coming, please.
Let me just sit here and enjoy the one thing that makes me a little bit happy. This fresh, delicious, tasty, meaty, turkey-filled, cold-cut combo.
Will somebody get you a Happy Meal?
Hey, come and get your Brahma cuts. It's a time to ask you Butcher with the Joe Shasky on 957 The Game.
Are you ready? It's Food with Butcher. Are you guys ready to do this?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Are you ready? Ask away. Guys, it's the Thanksgiving edition. Food with Butcher. We've talked about this before. I want to ask the room, what is the appropriate time to be serving Thanksgiving dinner?
It's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, yeah.
4 o'clock. Why 4 o'clock?
Because it's after lunch. You can get an early lunch in, and it's way before a normal dinner time. And if you do it at 4 o'clock, dinner on the table at 4 o'clock, you're done at 5, maybe a little bit after, and then you can have a nice aperitif, dessert, 6:30, and then people can move about their business.
Tibbs has thought about this before.
Yeah.
Whitey, what about you?
That's a good answer, but I don't think it's the best answer. I think it's 5:30. I think 5:30 gives
Way
you
too
time to
late.
snack a lot during the day and then have a little bit of time to wait so you can eat your dinner. 5:30, though, is still early enough so that you can have your, I've been thinking about my pies in the industry.
Nice.
That's
a 5.
Yeah. So it gives you time to have your pie
5.
and your treats and whatever else and your beverages
Not paying
afterwards.
attention back there.
Yeah,
I
is it
think
wait back there?
It's 3:30. Right after that Dallas game. Yes, because moms, the girlfriend, they're in the kitchen all morning long, and that food is smelling so good. By 1 o'clock, you're like, oh, that mac and cheese smells great. And you just can't wait. You can't wait.
Yeah.
The turkey's getting carved up.
Yeah.
The crab's getting cooked. It's getting boiled in the pot. And I'm just like, all right, we got to eat now. So 3 o'clock on Thanksgiving, because then you can stuff yourself again at about 6 o'clock.
It's a restuff.
It's a restuff. It's a restuff.
I think 4 is correct, but 3 is much better than 5. 5:30 is too late. Get out of here with 5:30.
No. That's when you get an angry crowd.
Yeah,
angry
serious,
crowd, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue this process. As we're waiting for food, are we appetizing it up beforehand? Do we have to have hors d'oeuvres? Do we have to have snacks? Do we go no breakfast in the morning? Because I always struggle with this, guys. What do you guys think?
Light breakfast, and then, heavy appetizers.
Heavy appetizers?
Sure.
Absolutely.
What's got to be in your appetizer list, Dibs?
I like to do a nice artichoke dip, if possible. Something a little bit, off the board.
What about that edamame, Dibs?
I'm not a big fan of edamame,
Really?
Whitey, as you know.
I thought you were.
I love edamame.
Yeah,
it's
I
good.
love it too.
And every now and again, I like, salted, not nuts.
Peas.
Yeah, salted peas.
Oh, my
They're okay, but For me, in Thanksgiving, it's not about like, oh, let me get, celery sticks and a little hummus. No, it's about, let me get deep.
Savory,
let me get a
salty,
big
creamy.
and fattening.
Yeah.
Let me get a big piece of bread into that artichoke dip.
I'm with you there.
I like the cheese and crackers.
Do you?
Also works,
the
yeah.
cheese.
Wait,
Have to
hard
have
or
it,
soft
staple.
cheese?
Soft cheese, a little bit of both.
Little bit of both.
What's wrong with a variety of cheeses at this level, right?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love
Yeah,
variety. I love a
variety
good
of
brie.
cheeses.
Yeah.
But you got to have the right crackers. There
Gotta
are
have the
very
right
specific
Gotta have
crackers.
thin
that
crackers
yes.
with the brie. Just spread it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm all
Yeah.
about that.
Charcuterie
All right, guys.
board online too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's Jim Cosamore on line 4 because he's Mr. Charcuterie.
I'm not afraid to allow my thighs to get big. The thighs in the industry. I'm looking for to get them to really expand.
Well, yesterday was core day for me, so I'm already feeling an inflamed thigh
look
right
at
now. Yeah. And trust me, your boy's going to get a workout in the morning so that I can excuse all the calories.
That is the key.
All of the calories I will
I
consume
was
for
thinking
4
about
straight
that.
days.
This is the time of season where your boy can, he'll have to buy new suits basically for putting on some pounds.
Yes.
So getting that workout in the morning is very critical this weekend. You got to do it every single day.
Yeah.
The leftovers are going to be huge.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we'll get to that. Okay.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
we will.
Food
Yes,
with
sir.
Butcher. If you're just tuning in right now, we're having a little fun kicking this around. Thought we'd do something different today. Stuffing. This tends to be a very divisive topic. Does the stuffing belong inside the turkey or in its own baking pan? Whitey, you're smiling. I'm going to start with you.
Okay. What was the question?
We're talking about stuffing.
Stuffing. Yeah.
Do you stuff it inside the turkey because you
Yeah.
like it super moist?
Yes.
Or are you one of the people that likes it in a baking pan off to the side so it's crispier?
Look, I wouldn't say this on the radio, but here's the truth. I love the stuffing inside the turkey, but we have
Yeah, you
at our
do.
family gathering, we may have a vegetarian or two, and so you can't. That's not an option unless you have two.
So you're
separate
doing a
servings.
separate thing?
Yeah,
The correct answer is both.
Yeah,
Actually,
Thank you,
he's
Dibs.
exactly right.
Yeah.
The correct answer is both
Yeah.
because
Smart man.
you have the stuffing that is
Yeah.
inside the turkey.
Exactly.
And you have the stuffing that's outside the turkey.
Right.
It's okay to do both.
Yes.
Now, I prefer, since I've gotten back to eating meat here
Yeah.
after 32 years on the shelf. Shout out Elf on the Shelf, which I think is one of the stupidest modern traditions
Weird.
of all time.
It's very
Super weird. Stalkerish.
Yeah.
The aforementioned Anna Kagarakis, you guys referenced her earlier.
yeah.
She was a big Elf on the Shelf fan.
Oh.
Which, if you need like a figurine to have your kid behave, you're not doing it right. But that's just me.
And we had the fear of God. It was called Dad.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's called be good or you don't get anything.
Exactly.
When I was a kid, really young, 8 years old, back in the 30s, we had one of those because
boy.
I'd go through the Christmas decorations, and I remember seeing one of those.
The
elf.
Depression era?
Nobody knew what it was. And now, years later, I realized,
Yeah.
I think that was an elf on the shelf. I don't know whose it was or where it came from. Nobody in our house knew what it was. Just this odd
Yeah.
little elf
and
thing.
your
but-
grandpappy sold it for 12 cents,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
guys were able to get some
I
bread.
guess
from
so.
scratch.
Yeah.
What are you talking
And then he went out and bought a new car.
about?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bonte,
God.
stuffing.
So great.
It's got to be both.
Gotta be
I'm
both,
with
right?
these guys. Yeah, it's got to be both.
All right. So as we go around the plate, we're going to get to the turkey in a second. What are the vegetable must-haves that you got to have on the plate? I like corn that's already been pre-cut and stuff, but what do you guys got to have in terms of the vegetables? Is there Brussels sprouts, cauliflower? What do you like?
Well, I'm going to shout out the fulfill here, the future father-in-law, who becomes the actual father-in-law in about 2 days, by the way. But that's
congratulations.
neither here nor there. Yeah, thank you. Hope we make it. But yeah, and I hope someday to congratulate
stretch.
you for the same thing
You
as
don't need to
well.
bring that up.
Yeah.
Paul from the
No,
Diamond Center.
it's-
Paul from the Diamond Center hit me up, no doubt.
Anytime we talk nuptials, it's got to go back to Bonte and the lovely Anna. But and baby Chaz's birthday, which is so nice.
December 4th. Yeah, no doubt.
Let's make that happen this
The
year.
Fulfill actually wrote a Thanksgiving sides cookbook.
Oh,
and it's
really?
available on Amazon. Yeah,
Very cool.
You can go ahead and Google it.
Is
and,
he a chef?
He's actually a great chef.
Wow.
And his go-to broccoli souffle. So
I've never had that.
It's delicious. It's all of the joy of broccoli and all the fun in a souffle.
So it's got cheese and things like that in
A
there?
little bit, but it's kind of just like a broccoli loaf that's all like souffled out.
That's cool.
And I'm not doing it
Broccoli
justice right now.
Well, like frittata,
Okay.
for example,
Broccoli
it would
loaf.
be like a frittata is like baked egg, essentially. Like
Right.
and so I can see what you're talking about. That's interesting. I've never had that. I love broccoli.
The vegetable I got to have is string beans.
String beans.
You got to have
Really?
string beans on Thanksgiving. I got to have the
With the
greens
ham
in there.
over it?
With the ham, you can have the ham over it. You can have
chopped
it on
ham.
top of the ham.
Yeah.
Got to have string string beans, excuse me.
Yeah.
Little corn maybe, but string beans is a must for me.
Whitey?
Yeah, broccoli casserole with croutons and some
He's been waiting
some
for that.
cheese.
He has
cheddar.
been.
He's been waiting to dump that on the table.
Really good.
What else?
Really good.
What else on
I'm
there?
glad that ham got a mention. It's part of the swine of the industry because the pig plays a big role quietly in Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. And, there's actually a misnomer that the pig is dirty and filthy, when in reality, the animal itself is actually quite clean. It wants to stay clean, but because of some of the misnomers and the myths that are out there, we, give it a bad name. I love ham. I got to have ham with my turkey.
Yeah.
This is Food with Butcher. I love this.
No,
This is a great
right?
segment. I'm totally feeling this.
Okay,
This is
good.
incredible.
I thought
I've
this
seen
was
some green peas on the line.
So here-
Tyler Miller likes the green peas.
I'm a
love
little
that.
worried about the Italian music with the Irish butcher, though. It's a little bit of a cross-culturalization,
Yeah.
cross-pollination
Deviled eggs
sensation.
appetizer. We missed deviled eggs.
No, really good.
Oh,
yeah.
my mom's deviled eggs.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
everyone's
mean,
got
you
a
could pop
particular
like 10 in a
Corn.
minute.
I'm with you on the corn. My wife says corn is not a vegetable. It's actually a starch.
Yeah, I know. My wife says the same, but I love corn.
Me too.
Yeah, and it's
I'm
in every
out on
food.
corn.
Really?
Corn in, corn out.
What do the Native Americans call it? Maize in the industry?
Maize.
Maize. Okay.
Maze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Yeah, or Maze Runner, the movie that had 3 different movies.
gas.
All right, let's move this thing
Thank
along.
you.
All right, let's move this thing along. All right, guys, here's the number one question. We're going to get to dessert because that's everyone's favorite. White meat or dark meat? I know where I stand, and I have a very passionate
I need
opinion on this.
both. I need a mixture of both. I lean white meat. I like to have a little more white meat than dark meat, but I need both on the plate. I need a little bit dark. I need a little bit of white with the gravy on it. You got to have a little bit of both. This is Thanksgiving, folks. You got to dive in on everything.
Okay.
Give me both.
Yeah, Whitey has to be careful about this answer.
I mean, this is a slam dunk.
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
It's
truth
a
be
slam
told, I
dunk.
prefer your breast meat, which tends to be
Leaner.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
my grandmother and my mother they love the dark meat, but personally,
Yeah, you got to save those clips right there. Yeah. Dibs.
It's both. I mean, I think Bonta absolutely nailed it. You get a little bit of the dark meat
right.
because the dark meat is just better, and then you get a good healthy portion of the white meat, and that's where the gravy comes in.
Yeah.
And shout out the Famil, the future mother-in-law. Her gravy is on fleek.
Oh.
There's the Fulfill and the Famil. Yeah.
Brought it back to 2018.
Hey, this guy's got brownie points
It's
stacking
close.
up.
The gravy is
Amazon
coming.
push. He's got
The
gravy
gravy
love.
is high.
That's a four. That's a four difference.
But here's the other thing on
Nobody
gravy.
throws out. I mean, I'm in my bag,
You are
and
in
if
your
I say
bag.
that,
Yes.
then now that becomes
It
passe.
doesn't sound like there's going to be a midday mail-in from you.
Yeah. Here's the problem with
I'm
gravy.
hanging in there.
They put it in this tiny little thing, and then I want to use more than what's in the little thing, and I feel like I'm the guilty one because you have to continue to refill that little
The gravy boat.
forget the gravy
Yes.
boat. I want
Yeah.
a gravy yacht.
A
I want a
bucket.
whole fleet.
Yes,
Yes.
a bucket.
Yeah.
So
a
here's
fleet
my
of
answer.
gravy boats.
My answer on the white and dark meat, it's very simple. I hold off on the white meat.
Oh, look at
I
you.
go with the dark meat first because it's more moist. I love that one. The white meat for me is where I slathered in mayonnaise the day after with my Hawaiian rolls.
Look at you.
So I have like a whole
that.
process to it, and
I
that's
like
just
that.
the way I view it because it tends to dry out, and so I know it's going to actually taste better when
Exactly.
you throw that mayonnaise on it the next day. Shout out leftovers.
Yeah. And once you put your dark meat on your plate, I can't even finish that.
All right. So
We're
now
talking about Thanksgiving.
So now we get to dessert.
But it's way off.
Yeah. Now we get to dessert.
Waving it off.
All right, we're getting to dessert here, folks. Dessert
program.
immediately after, or are we waiting? Before we get to your favorite dessert, are we waiting? Is there a period of I have to allow the food to settle in, or are we diving right into the pies?
We wait and
Anticipation.
thank you. It's an anticipation sensation. And in my family, it's bingo now. So dinner's done. Bingo comes out, and there are bingo prizes. When you get a bingo, you get a prize that's been pre-wrapped and
Wow.
identified just for you. And then after that, yes, you have your dessert wines. A nice pork
good call.
would be good, and then you get to the pie course.
Boy, you've got this down. Like this is. I didn't realize this is your wheelhouse.
I'm on the road,
Yeah.
Coach. I'm on the road. This is my second time in my new quote unquote family.
Yeah.
So I'm still kind of learning their ways, but I
Yeah.
like what they do.
I like it. What about you, Whitey?
I can't add anything to that, but I have to ask Bonta, if you look at the brownie point scoreboard, who has more brownie points? Dibs with what he's saying about his future in-laws, or Joe Shasky, your partner, who said, I just got to say thanks to Matt.
It's a toss up.
Oh, dude, that
It's
was
a toss up.
That was a sneaky little line in there.
Who gets more
key card
brownie
still
points?
works.
That
Yeah.
was a sneaky
I
little
mean,
line.
this is a high-scoring match, isn't it?
It's 78-78 with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Bro, I was Kobe right
Or
there,
second
going for
half,
81.
Yeah, you were. You were.
Second half of the college basketball game.
Both of us are hoping for future blue skies in the industry.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
As we try to, as we try to keep our gigs.
Bonta, what about you on dessert?
You know what? Somebody said, the question is, have you blazed one yet? No, I'm kidding.
No, fair question. Because old school dipper claws, back when he was on the lettuce, absolutely. It's appetizers, cocktails, dinner, lettuce,
Yes.
then dessert.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
I waited about 45 minutes.
I'm not mad at that.
I waited about 45 minutes. About 45 minutes, and then a peach cobbler comes rolling out.
Look at you, peach cobbler.
You got to manage your.
That's a strong move.
Hey, keep it real. We need, if you're going to have pie, because if you're going to have the pies, you got to have the vanilla ice cream with it, right?
Gotta have
right?
it. Absolutely.
Is that a mandatory?
Absolutely. You put the scoop on top of the slice of pie. It melts. Whether you want to go sweet potato pie.
Thank you.
You want to go apple pie. You want to go cherry
gotta go
pie.
pumpkin
Doesn't
pie,
matter.
right?
Pumpkin
Thank
pie.
you. Pumpkin's a staple.
I'm not going to, whatever pie you want.
It's the New York
I'm going to
Yankees.
hit you with one from way out in left field, and this is from
Give it to me.
This is from the ex. We're still close friends, so I can talk about this. Avocado pie.
What?
You would never believe. I should have her make
I've never
one.
heard of it.
I should have her make one and bring it in. You would be blown away at how good it is. It tastes like key lime pie.
Oh, really? Key lime pie is one of my favorites.
It's an avocado pie, but it's made with limes and lemons on there.
You should stop talking about it because it sounds like business could be booming with the avocado pie. Avocado toast became a thing in San Francisco.
For real.
It actually is delicious. I'm not going to hate on avocado. But I'm not ordering at a restaurant.
I'll make it at home.
Yeah,
it's off the easy, Bonta.
And it makes like the house with some eggs on top, like some
it's
red
off
white.
the chain.
It's off the chain, off the heezy.
All right.
Not to go all Kalina on you, but that's crazy.
No, you got to go expose him. You got to expose him in the post.
I love it.
Back. They're back today with ties on after their loss Monday night.
Ties in the industry.
Ties in the industry. He beat me to it. So
Mob
good.
ties. All right. Any other questions for me? My least favorite part of the entire sequence. You referenced your father-in-law, the fulfill, being a chef. When you are in the food service industry, the worst thing in the world is, hey, Joe, can you carve the turkey? Oh, God. Really? On my day off, I've got to go over and do a bunch of work in the kitchen.
But it's worth it, right? Because, I mean, I kind of know a little bit what I'm doing. If you have someone who doesn't know what they're doing, it ruins it for everybody.
No doubt. But Whitey, nothing's worse than having all 58 of my aunts leaning over my shoulder telling me how to do my job.
Throw some bows.
Yeah, it's the most annoying thing in the world. And then I'm trying to get things out onto the plate. You've got to put it on the catering plate just right so it looks presentable. I hate carving the turkey, even though I know I'm probably the best in the family at doing it.
Oh, you're the butcher boy.
It's my least favorite thing to do.
You have to do it.
You got to do it.
Like
I hate it.
You have to
Do you think Doc Pandy is in there like, all right, and here is where this
Laser
muscle
incision.
is?
Dude, seriously.
the ACL right here is connected to this?
Oh,
So you
my
gotta
God,
get
so
turkey
good.
out by
Carsal
thread.
injury.
Pandia walks up. He's like, scrub me in. Somebody's washing him up to the elbow. Gloves go on.
You're in your
and he's
bag.
like, he's totally going to work.
Hey, all right. Anything else, guys? Are we good?
was great.
Was that fun?
That was super fun.
Okay, cool. I thought
The only thing that's missing is your morning ritual because my brother Mike,
good call.
shout out Mikey 2.0, but back in the day when Mikey was 1.0, he would put on this flag football game. This year he's having his 42nd annual flag football game.
Wow.
And back in the day, it used to be like rough flag.
Oh, yeah.
It was like flag optional. And there was a keg at the 50-yard line. And back when Mikey was, Mikey 1.0, now Mikey 2.0, it's, diet iced teas and warm, room temperature lemonade. But that was always our tradition. 8 o'clock, White Hill School in Fairfax.
Cleats?
Absolutely.
I just want to make sure. I want to see the seriousness.
Absolutely.
So the blue-green game that we used to play at Rossi Park has been put on ice. Rest in peace, Coach Lau. We haven't played it in like 8 years because the last
I
time
love
we
Rossi
played it,
Park. I used to live right by there. Yeah.
Dude, the last time we all played,
That place is a
dude busted
bog.
his ankle.
Interesting pool.
I had a hamstring injury. Groins were tight. It was like, we're too old for this.
I got
We
a
gotta
quick
have some
question
babies
for
and-
both of you along those lines. Pardon me, but with Thanksgiving coming up, everyone plays football. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
I always ask football players around this time of year, what's the best play for somebody when they got their Thanksgiving game? Charlie Garner once said, dude, it's the pick play. You got to run the pick play.
Oh, yeah.
So both of you guys, what's your advice? Someone's out there.
First
I
off,
play football. I don't know what to do. What play should I run?
Well, first off, you have to draw up the play while holding the football back to the defense.
Okay.
Can we all agree
No
there?
doubt.
Like you know what I'm talking
guess.
about?
Okay, yeah.
Like I'm looking at Bonta and I'm drawing the play for you right there. Like you have to do it that way. And then number 2, if you're not running a running back in the backfield and running a play action play,
Right.
you're not doing it right.
The stop
Bonta,
and go.
am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. The stop and go play.
With back shoulder kind of thing?
Back, just bomb, right? You stop, take
Yes.
go
Yeah,
hard,
the chair
somebody's
out.
back
Yeah,
handling,
the chair.
You fake,
Yeah,
you get
the
the pump
chair.
fake, and then boom. You go
right.
deep
Hit
on
the-
somebody
hit
because
the
the change
Honda
of
Accord.
direction.
Good one.
The change of
Stop
direction
and
when you
go.
get older is just not there.
No. That's when we
call.
stopped playing tackle football. We used to have it at Parkside. I'm sure that the younger bros are still doing it. And then one year, the injuries were just mounting up, and it was like, think this is. Think it's time to call this quits.
Yeah.
Golf is the one that we're going to start going because we're going to be up the river. So I'm going to get the nieces and the nephews, and we're going to hop in the golf cart. Well, I'm going to be in the golf cart, and we're going to go around and play some golf. So a little turkey
I
shootout.
love that.
Good,
I love
nice.
that. I love that. And by
That's
the
what
way,
I'm hoping.
if you're going to Chaser tonight,
Nice.
happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there to give it up to 2022
nice.
Championship replica ring. Let me get that out. Rakuten is presenting it.
Nice.
And the ring is pretty cool. Let me throw it in the Zoom. Can you see it?
That a boy. That makes great YouTube fodder.
That's like everybody gets one, right?
Everybody gets
If you
one.
go to the game tonight.
Go to the game
Yeah.
tonight. You're going to get one.
Whatever is if you're there, you get one.
Last thing. Has any of you ever camped out on Black Friday?
No.
No.
Nor have I.
I was too broke to do it.
Nor have
and
I.
it
The
just
last time
felt
I
like-
camped out was for Genesis tickets, 1988.
Wow.
For real, I mean,
You really did?
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
up in San Rafael. Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it's Spinoni. I knew he would love that.
He
I
was,
mean,
wow.
He wasn't
he
on
was
the
negative 10 years old.
Dude, wow. That was the last time you camped
This
out?
was back in the day where you had to like line up,
Yeah.
pre-Ticketmaster, pre-internet, all that. So you had to
the
sleep
scalper
out.
era.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite era.
Yeah.
That's when I knew when I went to Boston in 2007, and we had already started like the StubHub era out here, where you'd sell a printed ticket, like it was printed off the printer. I went to Boston, and they were real scalpers. I was like, "This is real sports."
Oh yeah.
I miss those real tickets. I miss the real
Dude,
tickets,
candlestick
Whitey.
scalpers. We're on
Dude,
another
your
level.
boy got lightweight arrested. I got
No, you didn't.
Dodger Stadium, Depeche Mode. I used to work for a ticket broker in L.A., a guy named Barry's Tickets.
you were hawking.
Barry's Tickets is now the biggest ticket broker in L.A. Had I stayed with him, I'd probably be a millionaire right now.
Are you serious?
I was employee number 4, and this guy's now the ticket broker.
So you're like the Facebook
in
guy
LA.
that fell asleep.
Totally, bro. So I'm out there selling. I'm out there working Dodger Stadium, Depeche Mode. I got 16 tickets in my pocket.
It's hard.
and I'm out there. Tickets. Who
Yeah,
needs tickets?
yeah.
Tickets.
This is great.
These two
my
brothers
God.
walk up, Bonta. You're gonna love this. These two, they were black guys. They walk up, and I'm like, "Hey, you guys need tickets? Tickets? They're not going to Depeche Mode. This is 1992." And they go, "Boom, LAPD."
Oh my God.
And I'm like, "Of course, the only two brothers in the whole lot."
Oh my
How
God.
can I be so
Oh my
stupid?
God. So
And
what'd they get you?
They go, "Give me all your tickets." And I go, "I just have these two, officer.
Yeah,
I'm just a guy." They're like,
Just a
"Let this be a
guy."
lesson to you. This is illegal." They walk away.
Dave Chappelle, Bonta.
I pull out the other 14. Tickets. Who's got tickets? Who needs tickets? Tickets.
Dude,
That's
that guy
so
became a
bad.
millionaire, and you became a radio Hall of Famer.
Dude, Google it. Barry's Tickets.
That's incredible.
Barry's Tickets in LA. This guy is like, I mean, he probably makes $10 million a year. He's the original. I can tell you stories all
That's
day
incredible.
about
He's not
what
a
we
radio
did.
Hall of Famer.
I hope I make it. Boy.
That reminds me of like the Dave Chappelle skit where he's like, when I get pulled over, it's totally different than when my white friend gets pulled
Right.
over. He's like, "You're on Main Street, buddy. Now keep it moving." You know what I mean? That's exactly.
Totally.
But like the black guy gets
Totally.
arrested. You know, the Dave Chappelle skit. It's hilarious.
Dude,
I
what am
love that.
What am I thinking? These two guys were not there for Depeche Mode. People
trying
are
to get that
people.
money, dude.
That's good.
You're trying to
I'm
get
just
that money.
I'm trying to get below face for these
that's a
tickets.
great
No, I
story.
couldn't do that, officer.
Dude,
Very poor
I
undercover work.
was
right?
trying to sell Midnight Oil at Universal Studios, and I couldn't give them away.
Oh my God. So
1991.
Friday,
You brought up
Dude,
Chappelle quickly.
seriously.
Yes.
Chappelle was doing shows at Cobb's Comedy Club when I worked there. And so as a seater/security guard, we would quote unquote reserve these tables without putting the reserve sign out. We would just tell people, "Hey, that four top over there, do not touch it." Because when people come in late, they're like, "Hey, I got these balcony seats," and the high rollers be like, and they flash a little cash, right? I got the perfect seat for you. So one guy flashes 50, right? And I'm like, all right, right this way, buddy. And we do the $50 handshake. And Chappelle sees it while he's on stage. And he's looking, I'm like, oh, God, he's going to pop me.
Did he roast
goes,
you?
No, he goes, everybody, give it up for the security guard. It's Drake. And everybody, and I was like, all right, that's fine. But I thought I was about to get fired over $50.
2 years later, it would have been, here's Fred Van Vliet.
Yeah, exactly. And BB, and he's a millionaire too. So,
oh man, that's so great.
That is great.
Chappelle's great. Chappelle was awesome. But yeah, no, we had these secret handshakes, and the boss would be like, "Where's all the reserve signs at?" And be all these reserve signs. Like, coach, we got to get paid, dude.
That's right.
Get paid $12 an hour.
Exactly.
What do you want to do?
Exactly.
John Oliver's in town.
John Oliver.
Business is booming.
LaRocca's Corner down the street.
LaRocca's Corner. Shout out Roddy.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out
You
Roddy.
know, you probably did some shady things at the butcher shop. I mean, there had to be like some $20 handshakes and somebody getting some meat out the back door.
Let's just put it this
Thank
way.
you.
The old school, it was totally different. Your boy was getting paid cash in high school to work up at a butcher shop that will remain undisclosed. And I used to have to go into the cooler and there'd be the sawdust everywhere and he'd be thumbing off all the cash for me. I did very well for myself in high school.
You were selling meat out the back.
No, they were paying me under the table because, if the knife is bigger than, at the time, if the knife was bigger than the palm of your hand, you couldn't use it. But 14-year-old kid working, you make a lot of money.
Right.
Dude, you gotta understand, Tower Market at that time was
if the
popping.
knife is bigger than
That's what the rule was.
Then you couldn't
use it, and
use
you're
a
under
knife.
18.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I was obviously doing lots of different things up there for very cheap.
Yeah.
But
You got your knives from Cutco, huh?
in terms of stealing anything, no.
Cutco.
They were very
Get
Cutco's
outta
a
here.
sham. I mean, come on, dude.
I went to one of those meetings to go sell knives, and I was like, what am I doing?
Of course you did. We all did. Dude, you can make good money selling knives now, door to door.
There was a crab hype, and I'll give you the crab hype. And this is old school butcher shops. And I'm not going to call out names of who it was. Different spots all over the Bay Area. They'd have all the crabs displayed. Okay, Dungeness crab when it comes out, and they all look beautiful. They got all their tentacles and everything. Oh, they look amazing. You'd throw it up on the scale. All right, you'd weigh 2.5 pounds. Boom, what a big one. And this is really heinous now that I think about it. Then you'd go in the back. You want me to crack and clean that? No problem, sir. You'd go in the back. You'd throw it back in the bucket. No one could see anything. You pull out this little tiny measly one with like 7 legs and not 8. No. And then that's the one you crack and clean.
Crab.
Exactly.
Wow.
Then you throw it in the bag and you put it back, and there would be a game on how many times you could sell the big crab over and over and over in one day.
God.
That's awesome.
The Italians, you gotta love them, Spadoni.
That's awesome.
You never heard of this?
I'm loving the comment.
Never even thought of that.
Shasky Butcher Shop was like the one in The Sopranos.
It was.
Satriali's.
Yes. No
Satriali's,
doubt.
yes.
Monte's the security guard we all look for when it's a long line. No doubt I patrolled that line to see... Oh, that looks like a guy's got some cash. He's got a nice little hot day. Let's go.
Whitey, can you tell a story about when you absolutely robbed innocent people like we all did?
I don't really, don't really have one. I'm
Whitey's
working
been
on
robbing
it.
people for years.
Or can you tell us about actually killing the steer that your family raised in the 1930s, like you were talking about earlier?
We had to go out. It wasn't a steer. We had to go out in the wild. We had to track down the moose and things in the woods and the
Wait, now we're here. Has anyone cut down their own tree?
Never.
Me neither.
No.
That's not a thing I'm going to do.
No.
I don't even do camping. Like I'm out on. My parents love
You
camping.
want to talk about hashtag white people?
Yes.
And
Thank you.
that's seriously like, let's go out and let's chop down our own Christmas tree.
Thank you
that's
so
so
much.
much.
It's a nightmare. I think of Christmas Vacation every single time.
Chevy Chase.
When Chevy Chase is trying to cut it down, I'm like, I'm out. I'm out.
The last
on that
Christmas tree that I got was at Target. And it was one of those reusable. It was, and I will never
Underrated.
again. Yes,
was
I will
snow on
never
it?
again use a live tree. No, there's no smell on it.
No, snow. There's ones that are like white.
Yeah, no, this is just your standard,
Okay.
No
lights
cleanup.
already on there.
I like the
fuss
smell
muss.
of the real.
You take it out of the garage, you unfurl it, you put it together, you plug it in, and a month
blooms.
later, you pop that baby back in the garage.
I like that.
That thing lasted 7 years for like
that's a good
$100.
call. That's
actually
very
really
underrated.
good.
I mean, you
trees,
could say,
by the way, are quietly expensive.
In the old days,
160
people
bucks
used-
last year.
Easily.
One
It's
tree.
traditional. Go out and cut down your tree, but there's a reason why people don't do that anymore. It takes a long time. It's hard. It's
Illegal.
cold. It's expensive. Just go out, get your artificial tree, and plug it in. Like say, boop. It's a massive improvement. Technology.
What would the kids say, though? What did the kids say?
They don't care.
I mean, they
care what's
hell with
under the
kids.
tree.
Exactly. They care
Little
about.
mama's going to be like, yo, I need that Douglas fir.
Well, you know what? Now it's all about
with the kids.
It's all about the menorah, dog.
Light the menorah.
It's all about the menorah homes. No more. My days of chopping down trees are over. No more Christmas trees for your boy.
Yeah, Old Testament.
Yeah, and by the way, Hanukkah's wrapping right around Christmas this year, so it's kind of a two birds, one stone holiday.
I tried to give Anna a choice with baby Chaz. I say, you want to celebrate Hanukkah or you want to celebrate Christmas? You can't do both.
Is she Jewish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
and so what did she choose?
They're choosing both.
Yeah. So you got gifts out there, you know what.
It's her birthday December 4th and Christmas.
Oh, well, you're screwed. My wife's in January. It's never enough.
It's never enough.
I've conceded.
From December to February?
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah, and then you got Valentine's Day right behind that.
Oh,
yeah, so you're just broke forever.
Do you guys have dreidels?
Oh, yeah.
You dreidling it?
All kinds of dreidels.
No doubt.
Those are called fidget spinners now for the kids.
Fidget spinners. Talk about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Who is the least festive when it comes to the holidays here at the station? I know power ranking, people would assume it's Ray Ratto. I have a sneaky number one.
God, I hate that guy.
Least festive, man, I would probably say Steiny.
It's exactly where I was going to go. What about
That's
you?
an easy one.
I don't have a strong opinion.
Steiny Claus.
I have to go Ray Ratto.
It has to be Ratto.
I have to go Ray Ratto.
I think Ratto is a hoot at family parties. I think he's totally different at home.
He's sneaky lovable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Steiny, you think he's just mailing it in at Christmas, just miserable? Everybody's too happy?
No,
I don't think so.
Golfing by himself, probably.
Oh, ho, bloody ho.
Yeah, he's sex.
You know who's
And on that
probably
note-
all in? Guru.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's-
No?
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know, because it's a lot of money getting passed
I'm
around.
the all-time
And
quarterback.
Guru loves his pockets, and Guru's betting on Christmas Day.
I got caught up in
go either
Garoppolo
way.
mania.
Guru is definitely betting on that 9 a.m.
go either way.
Christmas Day game. And by noon, he's like, why did I put money on the Knicks? I thought this was the year. It's their day, Christmas Day at the Garden. And he goes broke, and he's and then you get the
How many
Cowboys.
stars for his goo?
That's a 2 for his goo, but you know what? I bet you Guru puts on the Santa suit, and you know what that is, right? It's the disguise of the industry.
I ain't toot my own horn, but I am honk honk.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. Dibs on that note. Happy holidays.
You too,
Holidays.
boys.
Happy
See you
Thanksgiving.
Monday.
You Dibs.
Yeah.
You Whitey. It's always
Yeah.
good to see you. And all our roasters, YouTube, Xfinity Mobile Text Line. Xfinity, we'll see you on Monday. Happy Thanksgiving from all of us here at 95.7 The Game. We love you. Whitey and Dibs coming up next. That's sponsored by ChooseChange.org.
Stimulate.